Hi guys, this is editorial analysis for 27th October 2016. I'm sorry I couldn't do it yesterday because I'm really unwell right now. Anyways, secondly, I would really like to thank all of you for listening to me. I've got 100 subscribers now, so that really means a lot to me. Thank you for showing your trust in me. Let's move on to the editorials. There's just one important topic today that has been repeatedly written on in all the newspapers, and it is our latest World Bank ease of doing business rankings. So the World Bank has released the ease of doing business rankings. This is a question that comes almost every second year. So they always ask which institution, which international institution releases a certain report. So when they ask which institution releases ease of doing business, you're gonna answer World Bank. So this time it's a bad news for us. Our ranking is 130th, 130 out of 190 countries. It's even more a worse news because we have just moved one notch up from the last year, even though we were aiming to be in the first 50. So the author goes on to criticize the government on a couple of points, how the government has failed. But as civil servant service aspirants, we should sometimes avoid saying that the government has failed in this regard or that regard. We should always say these are the problems we are facing as a nation. We should never say the government has failed, because that creates a really bad impression. Trust me, I have been criticizing the government in my mains answers over the years, and of course I'm doing this, that means I have failed. So I'm just going to avoid those points. We'll just notice the positive points in this, and I've noted down 6 positive points that we should take out from these rankings. The first one is that India is the 26th easiest place to get an electricity connection according to this ease of doing business ranking, and we have moved 25 places up from last year. So that is one good point. Secondly, it is possible to have a higher ranking next year if GST and bankruptcy laws are implemented on time. Thirdly, World Bank only focuses on 2 big cities, that is Delhi and Mumbai in India, for this ranking, while the development is happening in the entire country. So it's not all that reliable also, especially because Mumbai and Delhi they are already so developed and there's hardly any scope left in there. Fourthly, an e-biz platform has allowed investors to apply online for 20 central government services online. Fifthly, Prime Minister has assured investors that government would simplify land acquisition norms and retrospective taxation would be removed. And sixth and last point, Foxconn, a company named Foxconn, Foxconn, it has decided to invest $5 billion in Maharashtra. So these are the good points that we can take out from these rankings by World Bank. Again, there was a very important editorial in the Indian Express that was again criticizing the government on how we have failed over the years in ensuring disarmament of the world at the United Nations General Assembly. Again, it was criticizing the government, and although I read it, I thought it's better not to know these points because I'm not going to criticize my government in my answers. And thirdly, there was again one more important editorial from the Hindu business line, which was again debating on the GST rates that should apply and blah 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 like that, and how many rates are being proposed and all. So I thought that rather than sewing your head over the proposals of these tax rates, we better do it when the government comes out with concrete tax slabs next year before the next financial year begins, and we'll just do that. Whatever the government is doing concretely, we'll do that. We'll not do random people's proposals. So that's it for today. Thank you.